sector, it could be very dangerous for the likes of Andy Moore going through. But Andy's managed to make it through fine. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's go on board with Andy Moore. No, actually, yeah. Let's go on board with Andy. Andy is 9 temps up right now. Andy's flying. Achieved great things today around Portugal. Andy Moore's a 10th up currently. Currently sat in P12. 1/10 up on his best time. But looks at all the other cars on track are running a lower suspension than the likes of Andy Moore. And Andy Moore isn't going to improve. He will take P12. Elite Shots has retired. But yeah, here will be our starting lineup for the Portugal Grand Prix. DWR Flames P1, Dilb P2, Neo P3, Demizzi P4, Conor Robb P5, Latifi P6, Shredded P7, Neo Kyo P8, Nova P9, Elite. We can check which strategies people are going for currently. Okay, so it looks to be a mixture of softs and mediums. See, I would have started on the mediums first. Get the slower tyre out of the way, end on the faster tyre. But it's lights out and away we go. Dilb's jumped the start, causing a big backup towards the back of the pack. And wow, look how far Dilb is away from everyone else. Dilb has been disqualified even. Not fully sure how there. But Dilb's been disqualified. Conor Robb is miles away from the rest of the pack here. And Lizardos is up into P8. Andy Moore up into P10. And by looks for Andy Moore might try and make a move here on the teammate on the inside the Red Bull. But moving on to another little battle up towards the front here. We have got the likes of Latifi, the likes of Shredded Meats, Nova, and Lizardos. But it looks like Shredded Meats has held the position brilliantly there, as Lizardos has gone flying off the track towards the back. And it's allowed Andy Moore to catch up just that little bit more. Andy really needs to stay with these train of cars just up ahead. Because if you lose the DRS around Portugal, it's hard to get back into the race. So Andy really does need to stay within this 1 second gap of Lizardos. Maybe burn a bit of that overtake. And then hopefully stay within a chance of potentially winning this race or even getting a podium. It might seem out of reach at the moment, but a couple penalties and a safety car. And that caught me out, so whether it had caught everyone else out, I'm not too sure. If I was in the race, I might have been the only one that was caught out by that, if I'm being honest. There's some changing towards the back here. Oh, and there's more changing. There's an Aston Martin that's fully around this Neo. The podium prediction, someone said. The commentator's curse has came into play. Latifi and Neo both around P10 and 11 now. Demizzi looks to be dropping positions as well. Demizzi's drop positions. A crash out for Latifi. But they're not quite close enough for the DRS. And he wants to get DRS this lap, or else he might not be within the chance of getting near a podium finish. And he's using a little bit of ERS there on that straight. Don't think there's enough top speed in that car though. Not fully sure where he got the setup from, but it looks to be not the best. However, Shredded Meat's down in P2. Elite Shots now leading. Lizardos with no battery. DWR Flames with 44%. I know DWR Flames is going long, but Demizzi down in P8. Not where you want to be if you are Neo. However, P6 for Andy Moore. That's a good result so far. Can Andy build on this though? That is another question. On the soft tyre compounds, might I just add. So started on, I believe, the medium tyres and now is on the softs. And now Nova's picked up another 3-second time penalty for track limit warnings. I think that is a 6-second penalty now. I'd also like to say, if it sounds like I'm talking with a lisp, it's because I burnt my tongue earlier on, and it still is painful as hell. But we have some alright racing going on at the moment. Let's go back towards but we do see Andy Moore closing the gap now between himself and the likes of Nova and Lizard Toes, as the two front runners in elite shots. And now DWR Flames has managed to get past Shredded somehow. Not too sure when that happens. Must have not caught that. Must have been daydreaming. But the two Alpines are having a brilliant race so far. As that Red Bull looks to make an early move down the inside. Can he make it stick though? Not too sure if the Red Bull driver has managed to make it stick there. Doesn't look like it. It looks like Nova holds the position very nicely. Strategy. I think we might see a race winner already here, already stuck spectating. There's a little battle happening just up here. So a nice 4-5 car way battle. This is what we want to see in F1RL. Neo in amongst all of it. Hopefully no contact is made anywhere around here. Late dives from multiple drivers. The Mercedes pushes the Red Bull wide. Red Bull keeps the position. 3-second time penalty though for track limit warning. After getting pushed wide, that will be removed by the stewards if reported to them. But Neo is trying to get back in this race. Down the inside he goes on the Mercedes. Neo passes Neo Keo. But Neo Keo is now fighting it back around the outside. But it looks like Neo has prevailed against Neo Keo. So many Neos, man. It's like the Matrix. Nova into the pits now. What tyre compound will that be? I'm not too sure. But now Neo trying to make the move on Lizard Toes. Gets forced wide a little bit. Not sure if the gap was even there to try and make the move in the beginning. And there's contact. Neo, Keo, and Neo. Same place as where Neo was originally caught, I believe. But Neo Keo up into P4. Andy Moore up into P3. On soft tyres that must be screaming. They must have no grip. That must be like driving on ice. I think those tyres have lasted 10, maybe more so laps. And the average life of those soft tyres is only about 15, 16. So I think those tyres might be very dead 13 lap old soft tyres. Andy is the tyre whisperer. And he is going into the pits. Brilliant pit stop. Make sure to not get any 5-second time penalty. Andy Moore will drop a couple positions. How many will it be though? Mediums to the ends. 10 lap on the mediums. Very much possible. I think Andy might come out about P7. Wants to be ahead of Lizard Toes. But it's going to be close. Andy versus Lizard Toes to the corner. Lizard Toes has beat Andy to that corner. Out of the pit stop. Not quite sure what happened there. But something did. And it's going to be another move down the inside here. Oh, and there's contact. The Mizzy and Nova. Contact's been made. The Mizzy's dropping positions. No Lizard Toes and potentially overtake Lizard Toes. I think the gap is around 4 seconds, which is the gap that Andy needs to get in 4 laps. If he can get that, you could be on for a podium. Come on, Andy. I believe in you, lads. Use some battery, hit some apexes, and you'll be on for a good finish. TikTok Verstappen. You need to unleash that inner Verstappen in you. Hunt down the rest of the pack. If you're a Hamilton fan, I would say it's hammer time. Neokio into the pits then. Doesn't trust the tyres. Doesn't think they'll last. And look at the positions dropped. Puncture from the Mercedes driver. I thought there would be. I thought it was close to it. I did. So although in P6 currently, we'll get to see how Andy Moore is as a commentator. Probably better than me, let's be realistic. But who knows? Because Andy Moore's not too far away as well. And a 6 seconds time penalty could well and truly see Andy Moore up into P3 potentially. If Andy puts on the gas a little bit more, starts cooking that a little bit extra, could see something big happening here. Of course, any incidents that will happen could also play into Andy's hands. He holds the cards at the moment. That is for sure. F1 Andy Moore, 3.2 away from P4. It's going to be close. And he just needs to stay within 2.7 seconds of P4. And he could well and truly see a win. And there's contact. And a reset to track from the Mercedes driver. DWR Flames has crossed the line to win the Portugal Grand Prix with a crazy lead at the end of it. Congratulations to DWR Flames. You are a race winner. It looks like Shredded Meats will take P2. Lizard Toes will take P3 on track. Andy Moore will go P3. Elite Shots will take P4. Demizzy P5 on track. A little bit of contact. Played perfect into that Red Bull's hand there. I thought it would. And you know what? I'm going to actually agree with the game here. Driver of the day will be Andy Moore, in my opinion. Starting off at the back, ending on a podium. Congratulations, Mr. Moore. Take a bow. As we'll get to see the iconic podium celebrations. And this will be our race finish order. Of course, this is provisional, but it looks like it will stand for at least the top 3. So we will have DWR Flames taking the victory with a 27-second lead. Congratulations, DWR Flames. Well played. You deserved that win today. Shredded Meats takes P2 from a start of P7. Unbelievable stuff as well. Andy Moore starts P12. Finishes P3 on a 2-stop strategy. Congratulations to Andy Moore coming in P3rd. Elite Shots will be P4. Neo Keo P5. Of course, though, there was a reset to track from Elite Shots. I'm not quite sure what the penalty will be for that if someone reports it. Neo Keo P5. Demizzy P6. Liztos P7. Nova P8.